All right, good morning. We are on Thursday, 10th of November. It is 9:30 in the morning. So Leigh's gone out with Jack and Christian this morning, and he'll be out there. We need to go out for about 12 o'clock and meet him for the second block. So just thought I'd summarise last night because it was amazing. Last night worked really well. So we sent him way west. We noticed the wind's changing and picking up and getting stronger and turning into a block tailwind all the way home. So we sent him way west as much as possible. Had him turn around and he surfed a 30 plus mile an hour tailwind all the way home, about 90 miles. And he was like chilling, like recovering basically at about 100 watts. And he was doing sort of 25 to 30 miles an hour, which is mental. So he had a really, really nice, easy end to the day yesterday. Got back in good time, about 10:30. He got a good night's sleep last night. He says he's feeling more recovered this morning. So really, really good. Like that saved the day, because yesterday morning was an absolute nightmare, really. So yeah, we're in a good spot today. Leigh's gone out. The winds are still strong. The winds are still strong. They are supposed to be dying down throughout the rest of today. So I think we made the hurricane work for us last night with that tailwind, and now the winds are starting to die down, and we might have dodged the worst of it. Well, it looks like we've dodged the worst of it. And when it was bad, we used it to our advantage. So really, really happy with how that worked out, considering we were thinking that we'd be losing sort of 24 hours, like a full day of cycling. We've done really well to get out of that. So today should be a good day. We're hoping to get around 300 miles in today. This is, like I say, this is the worst day for wind. And then Friday, Saturday, which is our last 2 days of riding, the weather's going to be really good again. So we're looking at like 30 degrees, sunshine, nice quiet winds. So that should be really, really good. Friday and Saturday should be the days we can press on and break the record, basically. So fingers crossed, everything's looking really good. Yeah, I'll just show you what it says on my laptop at the moment, actually. Hopefully you can see that. 24 degrees C, hurricane. Okay, so I'm just reviewing the data from last night, and this little bit here is where we had a GPS dropout, so ignore that. But can you spot where the tailwind started? He was absolutely motoring. The speeds here are like between 25 and 30 miles an hour for that last hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, really, really good. And you can see how, bearing in mind this route is a completely straight, flat route, there's no undulations or elevation or turning or cornering. You can see how the winds picked up later in the day, towards the evening. So the speeds just kept getting better and better and better. So yeah, really, really good effort yesterday from Leigh, and good use of Hurricane Nicole. So I thought today, hopefully it's going to be a nice normal day of cycling for Leigh, and there's going to be no dramas like yesterday, so you won't want to see that. So I thought what we'd show you today is a bit about what we do, like in the car. So we've just got to the meet point today for the first break, just waiting for Leigh and the guys to get here. Sally is just taking some weather data, so we're looking at wind speed, humidity, obviously wind direction and temperature, and that's what that looks like. What's that, Sally?
What's that?
What is it?
Current average is 4, but
No, I mean, what is that? What's the thing that you've got in your hand?
Oh, it's a Kestrel. It's basically like a weather reader station thing. Measures temperature, humidity, wind speed, the other things, but that's mainly what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah, those are the things that's going to affect how Leigh can cycle and the speeds that Leigh can do, basically. So that's what we're measuring. So that's what we're doing before the break, and we'll wait for him to get here. We'll sort him out at the break, and then we'll get in the car and show you what goes on in the car. So what we've got at the minute, what is it, 12:21. We've got about 29 degrees C. We've got, I think these are the guys here now, actually. Maybe not, maybe I just filmed some randomers. They've got the same car as us, definitely. Anyway, we've got 29 degrees C. We've got a southwesterly wind about 10 mile an hour, so it's a cross tailwind for Leigh at the minute, and then when he sets off from here it'll be a cross headwind. So we'll just use that to determine like what we tell him, like what sort of powers he should aim for. We're aiming to go a little bit easier in the tailwind and harder into the headwind, and yeah, so that'll determine also like the distance that he rides up this road, because with it being an out and back, I'm getting bitten by ants again. With it being an out and back route, we can either, if he's feeling good, we can encourage him to push a bit more into the headwind and then get a nice easy tailwind back, or you know, if he's not feeling good, spend less time into the headwind and maybe do some shorter laps or something. Yeah, so it just helps to determine what we want to ask him to do basically, and based on how he's feeling, he'll tell us what he wants to do as well. So we'll see what he says at the break. All right, we're just in the car now following Leigh. He's speeding ahead of me. Got a bit of a tailwind now, so speeds are good. He's doing about 23-24 mile an hour now, which is great. So we just need to do our jobs in the car now, and Sally is currently filling in the logbook from this morning. Cool.
Yeah. So just writing down the start and end time of the block, where we started and finished, and the distance covered in that block, and then you just have to sign it basically.
And this is all for like
the evidencing for the Guinness World Record, yeah.
Yeah. So that's one part of what we have to do, and this is one of our other jobs, filling gel pouches up. So we use these little pouches, is that the right word?
Yeah, soft flasks.
Soft flasks to put 2 gels in, so Leigh can put one of those in his bento box, and he's got 2 gels to hand rather than obviously having pockets. He's got a speed suit on, so no pockets. And yeah, those seem to work quite well. So we've got gels to do, and bottles and other food, and down here is all of the snack stuff that we've got on hand for Leigh.
Yeah, we have 1 bag of savoury, 1 of sweet, and then a cereal bar and peppermint sweet box.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's like a full-on supermarket.
Yeah, so depending on his taste buds, we ask sweet or savoury, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So Leigh's requested a little sweetie box. So we have some chocolate raisins. I'm aware that the packet's upside down, it's annoying me too. We have some smoothies flavoured Skittles, and we have some grape and strawberry nerds.
So another part of what we're doing is just going along the route and making sure stuff like this that's right in the cycle lane is off the cycle lane. Leigh's nearly hit this about 3 times already, so I thought it might be about time to shift it. Leigh's just coming down there. So another part of what we're doing is gathering evidence from witnesses. So one of Guinness's stipulations for the record, to prove that we've done the record, is to get 2 or 3 witnesses a day to basically say that they've seen Leigh cycling. So there's a couple of forms they have to fill in that basically just says they've seen him, the date, the time, they've seen him, where they've seen him, what he was doing. So Sally's just gone and done that at this little visitor centre here, where there's a few crocs knocking about as well, so we can look at the alligators and get our witness, and then Leigh will go past and we'll be on our way. All right, we're back home. Chucked Leigh in the back of Jack and Christian's car, and they've driven him out for the final block of this evening. We're probably going to finish a bit late because we've got a mileage target in mind for tonight to make sure we stay on track for the record and put ourselves in a really good position going into Friday and Saturday, and Leigh seemed pretty on board with that, so we'll see how it does. But we've got back, and we have to do all the normal jobs that you do in the evening. So we're going to cook for all of us. Those guys won't be back till later, so we might have ours now and then cook for them when they get back later, probably in the early hours of the morning. We've got washing to do, we've got cleaning to do, like all the other like normal household chores that everyone has. So to keep the house sort of tidy and organised, because if everything gets messy, things get lost, and looking around searching for stuff, it's a bit of a nightmare. So it's important to keep it clean. So we're just doing some salmon tonight. Sally's through there getting the washing in. We've got a massage table set up for when Leigh gets in. Sally's got her physiology stuff there. I've just realised I said we chucked Leigh in the back of Jack and Christian's car without explaining why, because that might give off the wrong impression that we're cheating. What we're doing today is driving Leigh west in his breaks. So we can do this. We don't have to start a block where we finish a last one. We can start in different places. So what we're doing is Leigh's having his break in the car whilst we drive him west, so that he can start cycling back with the tailwind. So it just makes sense to utilise that time to get him out of the headwind as much as possible. So yeah, just thought I'd best explain that. All right, it's midnight on Friday now, or Thursday night. After we ate dinner, we just went to bed for about an hour and a half nap. And then set my alarm for midnight to get back up and prep for when Leigh comes in. So we've just had a message from Christian to say he might be riding back, or he might jump in the car and drive back. But the problem is he loses signal at the point where he might jump in the car, so we won't know really until he's almost home exactly what time he's going to be back, because Christian can't send us a message because he's got no signal. So yeah, let's go prep for Leigh coming back. All right, first job on the list is to prep Leigh's ice bath. So we're going to chuck a bunch of ice in here. There's 2 bags of ice in there already. I'm going to stick another one in now. We're aiming for a temperature somewhere between 10 and 14 degrees, 10 and 15 degrees. So that that'll be the first thing that Leigh does when he gets in is get in here. So we get him cooled down and get him recovered as quickly as possible and get some lactic flushed out his legs as soon as he gets off the bike. So let's do that now. Ice bath done. Might need to put another bag in a minute, but we'll go and test the temperature and see what it looks like in a minute. And next we are just finishing off Christian and Jack and Leigh's dinner. So just frying off some salmon at 1 in the morning, as you do. So we'll do that just so they've got a plate of food to eat as soon as they get in. Leigh normally eats something in the ice bath, so we're not wasting time. So yeah, that'll be ready for when they get in. All right, just saw Leigh get off the bike. He's had a pretty rough evening. The weather again has just been, I can't believe how bad the weather's been this week. He had a total downpour. We took a little video, or they took a little video behind him as they were riding. I'll send down the video so he can show you this, because it's just unbelievable how bad it's been. So he's just got cold and wet, and his body struggled to heat up again, and it's taken all its energy basically to heat up, and he was just completely empty. He's done some good mileage, good enough mileage tonight, so we're going to get him recovered and in bed as quickly as possible and get him as long a sleep as possible tonight, to help get him recovered for tomorrow. Just about to give him a massage. Hey, that's good timing. Hi. Leigh's massage has been done. Leigh's sorted, gone to bed. Hopefully he gets straight to sleep. I'm sure he will, because he's absolutely knackered. He's really tired, so hopefully good night's sleep tonight. I'll wake up refreshed-ish and be able to push out a bit more power tomorrow. So we are sorting out all his bottles. We've emptied the car, emptied all of the old bottles out, washed them up. Going to fill them up now with some new stuff. Fill up his snack box, fill up the nutrition box, get everything ready to go in the car first thing in the morning. Yeah, we'll be in bed. It's 2:30 now, so we'll be in bed by about 3, and then we'll wake up for 7 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm gonna get about 4 hours sleep tonight. So see you tomorrow.